It's a moody time. There's a grand trine of water. And the light suddenly went out. Maybe you're even feeling depressed. People say when the moon goes into Scorpio, they start to feel down. That's not true for everybody, by the way. Let's talk about why. The sun's in Libra, the moon is one side apart in Scorpio, and there's 5 planets in water. It's still a grand trine with Venus, Saturn, and Mars. So the symptom of the moon in Scorpio is that people blame Scorpios for being negative. Just like they all say Mercury retrograde gets a bad rap. None of those are true. Mercury retrograde can be the best time in the world to look backwards, and Scorpio invites us to go in. This is an opportunity to tend to your nervous system by self-regulating, which means being tender or respectful to your vulnerability. We're also embarrassed by how human we are. As the years go by, I'm getting less and less embarrassed and just admitting it. Nothing's wrong with being sad. When someone tells me there's been a death in the family, I stop. And sometimes I cry with them. It's important to feel okay finally at long last. There's no need to say I'm so sorry when you're crying. On the other hand, you could be feeling juicy and sexy. How funny is that? You're either sad or you're feeling juicy. These two words don't go together, but they do in astrology. Scorpio has a lot of ranges. It's not all negative. It's yum yum, it's tender, it's vulnerable, and it can get depressed if they don't have release for these emotions. The universe is supporting you with cosmic permission slips, and today's are feel your feelings. Let the Scorpio part of you be acceptable, that you're longing to be human. You probably don't remember this. You wanted to be human. And that's what makes us all so real and vulnerable, and I find it beautiful. Think of this as your moon weather report. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel, and tell me when the moon goes in Scorpio and there's a grand trine in water, which is so beautiful. Mars is in Cancer, Venus is in Scorpio, Moon is in Scorpio, and Saturn's in Pisces. Can you feel, if a baby were born, the delicious part of being human? Or do you just wish that you didn't have to do this anymore? That this human thing is so tiring and so vulnerable. But I'm going to want to reframe that for you. And that's why we do these astrology videos, to make you think that maybe water, the element of life itself, is here to get you to learn about the human condition. I have a new book coming out in 2025. And the first line of the book, Don't Tell Anyone, says, it's a setup. You couldn't get this right if you wanted to. That's the beginning of the book, that the human condition is so much confusion. And when the moon goes in Scorpio, instead of thinking, you think, oh, my human, she's so vulnerable, and I just love her.